I am not your personal advisor, and I am not advising that you do what I'm about to say. However, you could. And some might say that this may be a smarter thing to do. Like, those stocks and crypto videos where they're like, oh, this is not financial advice, but if you put 90% of your money into crypto in the next 10 years, you'll be a millionaire. Those ones, you know what I mean? Well, this is one of those videos, but for A-level maths. So as you know, pure maths is 2/3 of your entire A-level maths, mechanics is 1/6, and stats is 1/6. Now let's just focus on last year's grade boundaries. Let's just say that you completely messed up your mechanics and you got 0 marks in mechanics. Let's say that you messed up your stats, you got 0 marks in stats, but you absolutely aced your pure maths and you got 100%. So that means that last year you would have got a B doing that, right? Now, you're nearly close to an A, right? You needed 68% to do that, right? But in every other previous year, if you did that tactic, you would have got an A. So the year before, 65%, the year before 54%. So in these previous years, using that tactic, you would have got an A, but last year a B, right? Now let's focus on a B for last year. So that was about 56%. So if you need 56% to get a B in your A-level maths, and if your pure maths counts for 66% of your A-level maths, 56 divided by 67 is about 84%. So if you can get 84% in your A-level pure maths and completely forget applied maths, you're pretty much certain to get a B. So let's say that you need a B to get into uni or into an apprenticeship, and let's say you absolutely hate applied maths, you hate statistics, you hate mechanics. What you could do, and again, I'm not advising you do this, but what you could do if you decide to do this, you could just focus all of your efforts in pure maths, try and get 84, 85% in pure maths, forget about applied, you'll probably get a B. You've got to make that decision. I'm not going to be responsible if you decide to do that. But if you want to focus everything on pure maths, neglect the applied, you can get a B. I actually did something similar when I was at university. So I absolutely hated group theory. If you ever do group theory, if you do like maths or some kind of physics course and you see group theory, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Like it's... Ugh. At the end of that year, I had 5 exams. One of them was a group theory exam. And I just thought, I hate this. I'm not going to do well at this, right? And I can still get a first class mark overall for the year if I forget group theory. So I just thought, do you know what? I'm not going to bother revising group theory. I'm going to focus on my 4 other exams and forget group theory. I got like 30, 40% in that group theory exam. But even though I did really badly in that exam, I still got a first class mark overall for the year because I did really well in my 4 other exams. And let's do a really similar calculation if you need to get an A grade to get into uni. So let's just say that you hate statistics, you absolutely hate it, you never want to do statistics ever again, you just want to focus on pure mechanics. So pure mechanics is 83% of your A-level maths together. So if you did completely forget statistics, okay, 83.3% is a little bit smaller than the A-star boundary, 83.6%. So it would have been just impossible to get an A-star. However, it would have been certainly possible to get an A. But actually, if we look at the previous years, if you were to do this tactic, you could have got an A-star with this tactic, but just not last year. So again, we'll do a similar calculation to before. So let's just say that you need 70% for an A. So again, last year it was about 68%, but let's just round that to 70%. So you need 70% to get an A. Pure mechanics together is about 83%. And if you do 70 over 83.3 recurring, again, you get 84%. So basically, if you can get 84% in pure and mechanics and completely forget statistics and get 0 marks, you're going to get probably an A. So to summarize, if you need a B and you hate applied maths, get 84% in pure maths, get nothing in stats and mechanics, it's highly likely that you have done enough to get a B. And if you need an A, get 84% in pure maths, get 84% in your favourite applied module, and then in your least favourite applied module, just forget that and get a 0. You've probably done enough to get an A. It is a high pressure tactic, and it does mean you are going to feel more pressure when you do those pure exams and those pure questions, but it is a legitimate tactic. And if you hate applied and you want less revision, food for thought.